4 West match of the week for round 15 takes us to the home of the 2007 league champions Floreat Athena as they welcome the inconsistent Stirling Lions to Ian D. Litters Stadium. The late kick-off meant the other 3 teams in the title race had all posted victories by the time the match begun, putting the pressure on Athena to take all 3 points and keep themselves within 2 points of surrender at the top of the table. Despite the cold and blustery conditions, Athena were in a determined mood and looked to have regained the swagger of their championship season. The home side got off to the perfect start after only 4 minutes when a John Margus deflected effort was parried by Lions keeper Phil Straker straight to the onrushing Branimir Mikulic, who made no mistake from 12 yards out. The goal was Mikulic's 6th of the season so far. The Lions had star midfielder Mark Anthony on the bench, but was still capable of playing some flying football. Neat build-up involving no less than 5 Lions players saw Jordan Rhodes' powerful shot blocked by Vas Vijasic, and after a scramble clearance by Margus, the ball fell to Ashley Rosendale, whose hooked effort sailed high over the bar. Moments later, a delightful interchange between Daniel Niederberger and Brad Scott ended with the former crashing to the turf under a clumsy challenge from Stirling defender Michael Pugliese. With no real cover, referee Tom Claver might easily have deemed Pugliese to be the last man and reduced the visitors to 10 men, but to the defender's relief, he deemed a yellow card sufficient punishment. The resulting free kick from Scott was curled in dangerously, however Pugliese made amends to head clear from under the bar. 2007 Golden Whistle winner Tom Clare was never far from controversy, and he was again in the spotlight with the most talked about moment in the match only 20 minutes into the first half. A superb through ball from Phil Arnold released Rosendale. Athena defender Jovo Pavlovic brought down the attack on the edge of the area, and despite the similarities with the yellow card incident 5 minutes earlier, Claver dismissed the Athena defender for an early bath. Stirling Lions Dean Evans stepped up to take the free kick, and although his bending effort beat the 5-man wall, he couldn't get the better of Vijasic, who got down well to his left. With the extra man, the Lions began to pull forward and search for the equaliser. A speculative long-range effort from Leroy Ball was deflected to Phil Arnold after some trickery on the edge of the area saw his low shot roll the wrong side of the upright. It was the 10 men of Floreat who should have doubled their advantage 8 minutes before the break. Niederberger was perhaps fortunate to be given the benefit of a close offside call, and after beating the keeper, the striker looked certain to score. Pugliese, however, did brilliantly to block his effort with a combination of head, arm and body. With the half drawing to a close, the Lions fashioned one more opportunity after poor play by Athena to give the ball away cheaply led to Boy robbing Kovacevic of the ball, but the resulting long-range effort from Alan Muir was well over the bar. Referee Claver brought the controversial half to a close with the pink whistle he received out of last year's Christmas cracker. The second half began with the Lions attempting audacious raid down the Athena left straight from kick-off, however Boy was flagged offside as he moved into a dangerous area. A brilliant run forward from Athena midfielder Adam Batchelor presented former Kiwi international Scott with a golden chance. His well-struck effort beat Straker but rolled inches wide of the back post, much to his despair. The Lions were using the extra man to strain forward whenever possible, with the trickery of Boyd causing the Athena defence some concern, but his low effort was deflected enough for Vijasic to gather comfortably. visitors were becoming desperate for the equalising goal, and despite their pressure, were unable to seriously test for Jasic in the Floreat goal. Boy and Arnold were linking well for the Lions, however the Perth Glory youth squad trials could only find the Athena keeper with his near post cross. With time running out, Athena could have stolen the points, but for a tremendous fingertip save from Straker, who pushed Niederberger's header onto the crossbar. As the match entered injury time, Stirling was still looking for the goal that would salvage them something from the match. The final kick of the game saw the ball fly out for a goal kick, summing up the Lions' attacking threat in the final 45 minutes. With the crowd reaching for the hot chocolate, Claver brought an end to an entertaining but controversial game as Floreat took all 3 points. We spoke with Floreat coach Michael Rocky after the match.
Okay, despite what happened tonight with the red card, must be pleased to come away with all 3 points?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a tough game when you've got to be down to 10 men for most of it, and I think the boys really defended well and showed why we've really got the best defensive record in the league at the moment.
And the red card in the first half for Yovo, a very similar instance before that, about 2 minutes before, yellow card, he got a red. What do you think of that?
Yeah, look, very, very similar incidents in a lot of ways. I don't know. For me, both, probably touch and go. We copped one, they didn't, and that was what was a bit disappointing, that it wasn't consistent. And perhaps in other instances across the game as well, not just those ones. But at the end of the day, we had to defend for this game, and that's what we did for the second half. I thought we did it well.
It's been quite a few red cards throughout many of the games this season. Things a bit of an epidemic this season.
Well, not for us. We've been pretty straight. We've had some refereeing seminars and make sure the boys are all well informed and they know what's going on out there, and we don't want anything silly happening at this club. So we've been pretty good with yellows and reds this year, and although the refs are dishing them out, I think that's what's happening from the top of the game down. Everyone needs to fall in line and understand it. The refs are trying to apply the FIFA rulings, and that's the way the game's going right across the world.
And after tonight, you're still in second spot, but you're starting to look like you were last year when you won the title. You think you can go on with it this year and just pip Sorrento?
Well, that 2 weeks' time, I'll probably tell you after that, because it's anyone's still at the moment. Perth, I believe, have won again today, so Perth's still well and truly in the running. Sorrento, we actually beat them first round, and who knows what's going to happen second time round. They could do us, we could do them. It's that much who wants it on the day. I think at this stage of the season, we're a very close league.